This is a new day to try to get right. This is a new day to get on track. Yeah, that's life in football. This is a new day to live your life. This is a new day to try to get right. This is a new day to get on track. Yeah, that's life in football. It's life in football. We are life in football.
You are now listening to the Life in Football podcast. Check out the new website, lifeinfootball.com. Once again, the website is lifeinfootball.com. Thanks for listening.
Welcome to the Life in Football podcast, baby. I'm your host, Mike Fee.
And this your co-host, Colin Moore. You know we loving life and enjoying football.
Top-notch coaches all around the world. Top-notch coaches all around the world. Today, we got Coach Jeremy Satcher on. He's a top-notch coach. He's doing his thing right now at Oxford High School in Alabama. And, you know, I love it when I'm always dealing with a coach who's all around. He done did it at the college level, high school level. He got a lot of knowledge in him. And this somebody who's going to help people, not just in the game, but in life. But before we go on any further, I'm going to go ahead and let C-Mo bring him on.
How you doing, Coach?
Man, I'm doing good. How are y'all, man?
Great, man. It's definitely a blessing to have you on today.
Man, I appreciate y'all, man. It really means a lot.
Man, thank you, man. So, you know me, I got to jump right in on you. So, I see you, went to Jacksonville State. You did your thing there. When did you actually know that you wanted to get into coaching and make that a living?
Man, to be honest with you, man, I was a freshman in high school when I made that decision. And the funny story about that, my high school at the time was the Jacksonville Christian, a little small 1A school here in Alabama. During basketball season, our seniors and juniors will coach varsity players. Will coach the little elementary players, and ever since then I was hooked.
So you was locked in early.
Yeah, I was
doing
early.
that. So that's a blessing for you, knowing what you want to do so early, because I didn't know what I want to do, and I know a lot of other players didn't know what they want to do. So with you knowing that, how did you go about when you got round in the Jacksonville State? How did you go about helping them players, telling them about, hey, man, you should start looking into what you want to do at an early age, or, right now, while you still playing ball?
Man, I would say this, man. I told them kids, find out what you want to do so you don't have to go through and hit bumps and get bumps and bruises trying to figure out what you want to do in life. Once you get focused on what you want, it's like putting in the work. And the sooner you can put the work in, the further you're going to be at the end. You know what I mean? So, it was just like you said, it's a blessing to get that at an early age, but now it's just putting in that grind, putting in that work to get what you want to get to in the end.
Coach, if you could, give us your background. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how it was for you growing up.
Well, growing up, man, I'm really kind of close to Oxford. It's a city called Anniston, Alabama. Grew up, was raised there. Like I said, I went to high school at Jacksonville Christian Academy. Small school, but one hallway, so everybody knew everybody. I grew up playing sports, all of them, football, basketball, baseball. Ended up going to Faulkner University, playing about a year and a half, and transferred up here back to Jacksonville State. And when I transferred, I started coaching, man, at a private school here called the Donahoe School. Started early, when I was 19. Somebody took me up under his wings and showed me the ropes. Stayed there for a while. Moved to another school down the street, to coach basketball. Moved back to be a defensive coordinator back at Donahoe. And during this time, I've been wanting to experience that college level. So just going back and forth up at the JSU to see, what I can do. Can I volunteer? Can I, is there a spot open? And kept doing it. So I saw I'm in the school. I saw a flyer on the board asking for a recruiting specialist, working with J.R. Sandlich, who was one of the guests on the show at one point in time. And I turned in my resume and talked to him and just kept bugging him, and he gave me the opportunity. So I worked in recruiting up there at JSU in 2016. Then I got the opportunity to go back to JSU, to be an offensive analyst and still working recruiting again with J.R. Sandlin and with the offensive coordinator, Jimmy Ogle. Graduated with my master's in 2020 and then got a shot to coach at an NAIA school at Point University down in West Point, Georgia. Had a great time. And then now I'm here at Oxford. So my background, I just love sports. I love helping kids. I want to be that person to help the next generation in whatever that they do in life. So that's my life story.
Coach, appreciate that shout out and that love you just gave, because Coach J.R. Sandler, he did do an interview with us. He's a coach at Jacksonville State University. And it's also a great listen as well, if y'all get a chance, go check that out. Now, right. Coach, I heard you mention something about you was at Faulkner at one point in time. Now, Faulkner is a school in Montgomery, and now they doing it pretty good, man. I remember at one time, when they first were starting out at Montgomery, but how was that for you coming out of high school with your decision to go to Faulkner? Did you have any other schools you was thinking about or considering, and what made you leave?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I originally didn't sign to Faulkner. I signed to a school, Everett Waters, down in Jacksonville, Florida. And I went through about a couple of weeks, and then it just wasn't for me. And so I still had contact with Faulkner. They said, "Come on." So I left Everett Waters and joined Faulkner, and the experience that I had down in Faulkner was a great experience because not only is it a Christian school, but it's good education. The football is good there. So yeah, that was my decision. Just wanted to be kind of closer to home too, because Jacksonville from Alabama, that's a little stroke. So, but I enjoyed my experience. Faulkner was a great school. I love Faulkner. I love the time that I got there, the experience and the knowledge I gained there, and so I'm pretty happy with my decision.
Coach, so how the season going right now for you at Oxford? Right now, how the boys doing right now in this 21 season?
Man, the boys doing good. When you have a couple of seasons that you're on the mountaintop, and now we in that season where we gotta build it back up again. So the boys, they getting the work in, man. Right now we sitting in a place where this Friday we playing for a region championship. So the boys, they locked in, ready to go. I think we're gonna do very well. I believe in them, and right now we just sitting 5-3 on the season, looking to go in the first round of playoffs at home. So you can't ask nothing better than that.
Now, Coach, with you being so young and done had it at the college level and high school level, and you've been successful everywhere you go, where do you perceive yourself in the next few years? Do you want to go back to college, or are you loving the high school level too much?
Well, to me personally, man, I love the college game. I love high school too, but my goal is to be running the show at a Power 5 school one day. So that's my goal. I love college football. I would love to get back, but also too, with praying to God, with God being the head of my life and everything, being where my feet is the main goal as in the present time right now. But in the future, a couple of years, I would love to be in college football and coaching, recruiting, being on the road.
Now, Coach, I hear you talking about, your aspirations as far as wanting to be the head man and running the show. Give me some of the things that you've experienced from other coaches or knowledge that you gained from them to help you out during this journey?
Man, just all I get is network. You know, you got to know the right people. Not only network, but make sure you know what you're doing. You know, make sure you're prepared. And being confident in what you know, being confident that you don't know everything. So, you know, be confident in learning from these people that's mentors to you. And then just really keep putting in the work. Keep listening, keep talking to people, keep asking questions. If you're not learning, then you're not gonna succeed in this business. I know that for sure. So, and shout out to one of my mentors, Alonzo Carter out of San Jose State, who runs the coaches clinic. He's really been a big factor in my growth recently, with networking and learning what to do and things what not to do, and just learning from everybody who I talk to.
Now, Coach, with that great information you just gave us and the help that you get, it sounds amazing. I also want to give a shout out to Coach Alonzo Carter. We also had him on the Life in Football podcast as well.
Yes,
and that
sir.
was another great listen as well. So, Coach, this is my last question I'm going to give you. What are the goals for you, not just this upcoming season with the team, because I know y'all sitting at 4-4 right now, but what are the goals moving forward for the team and for yourself as well?
Well, for the team, you know, one day at a time. I know that's a generic, but if we look too far down the road, we can miss the opportunity to get better right now. So one day at a time, get better one day at a time, one game at a time. As far as myself, just keep learning, keep improving, and just keep reaching out to people, you know, with the knowledge, with the networking abilities that's out there, and then just being confident. You know, confidence is key. If you're not confident, then the people around you is not going to be confident in you. So just really being confident and keep learning and keep growing and keep pushing this next generation.
Well, Coach, I want to thank you again for coming on. Everybody, that was Coach Jeremy Satcher. He's doing his thing right now at Oxford High School in Alabama. And I got to give a shout out to him and all the coaches across the world. And I'm going to leave y'all how I always leave y'all. Keep your head up and not down, or else you'll fall to the ground. This is a Life in Football podcast. Catch you next time.